Drifter, written by Jim Mintz.
Lucius's eyes opened as the dawn broke through the slats in the roof. The house remained empty. The entity allowed the boy to orient himself. He sat up. He was thirsty. The entity read his thoughts. "Are you here?" the boy wondered. The boy looked around the house. "Where is here?" he wondered. The entity remained quiet. The boy scanned the furniture for linen, something to wear. A memory, something had been planted inside, telling him he was in need of new clothes. The boy couldn't remember why. The entity had planted it there, surprised to see it left like a seed to grow inside the boy's mind. The boy found clothing and dressed himself quickly, in case someone returned home. The boy was aware he was trespassing. Another seed the entity had planted. "Are you here?" the boy asked his mind once more. The entity remained silent. The boy began to wonder. "Am I imagining this?" he thought. "Was I imagining this all along?" The boy took a drink from the trough inside the cooking area and left the house. He ventured through the streets that were just waking up to the crowing of a rooster. The boy thought of the carpenter and longed to be with him. He continued through the town, remembering his old stomping grounds. He turned a corner to the square. "This is where they cut off Dacus's head," the boy thought. The boy remembered where the soldier's head had landed, and where he had stood as it hit the ground and was swarmed upon by those gathered to cheer at the sight. "Varro's boy," came a voice. The boy turned. "Lucius, you're Varro's boy." A man the boy did not recognize was calling out. "What do they want with me?" the boy thought. The entity knew. They wanted revenge for being short-changed. The entity remembered exactly why they had fled the city in the first place. The boy's instinct was to run. The man chased after him. The entity did not assist. It felt this was different to the usual interactions. The boy was home. This was unfinished business. This was what would define the boy. This was what the entity was so interested in finding out. Does he have what it takes? Can he defend his family name? The boy ran as hard as his legs could carry him. The man was faster, catching up behind him, closing in on his right flank. "Wait, boy. I just want to talk with you," the man said. He sounded sincere. His speed suggested otherwise. The boy didn't dare turn around lest it slow him down and he be caught. It did not matter. The man grabbed him by the neck and dragged him into a nearby alleyway, conveniently abandoned save for a few scrambling chickens that had escaped the coop. "Your dad owes me money," the man threatened as he pressed Lucius up against a wall. "My father is dead," Lucius pleaded. "Your debt is forgotten." "No, boy. My repayment is right here. I will take what I am owed out of you." The man swung Lucius around, facing the wall. Lucius felt the pressure of the man's hand pressing against his back. The sting of a blade, tied at the man's waist by a rope acting as a belt, scratched the bottom of the boy's leg. As the man untied the rope, the blade fell to the ground. The man let go to retrieve it, but Lucius had the same idea. He dropped faster, grabbing the blade and driving it upward into the man's groin. He held it so tight the edge sliced into the sides of his palm as he forced it in. The man began flailing, fists crashing into Lucius's head, knocking him back with force, but not enough to recover from the damage Lucius had dealt. He collapsed in a heap on the dirt and began to bleed out. Lucius stood up and ran from the scene, his linen flapping at his sides, his body exposed. He did not care. He had one thought on his mind: escape. Escape the body, escape the violence, escape the scene, be as far away from it as possible.